On today's show, we have sports. We have a brand new movie trailer, a top five, some new music, and a couple new segments.
The only thing that's different is Martin Lawrence's face is fatter. Hold up, Mike. I gotta catch my breath, Mike. I do like chicken sandwiches. Well, who else would you have on the cover of Playboy these days, right? See if you can polish this term. I'm trying to be positive here, Jake. Jake is also available for anniversaries and birthday parties.
I thought you were gonna tell me treat him like cats and sprayed him with a water bottle.
No.
Not enough money behind this podcast to get him on here. Because it's not the kids' fault they're shitheads. It's not. It's the parents' fault. The parents are shitheads too. Dude, why are you talking shit? Have you won anything? No, then shut the fuck up. Wait, nobody ever said there was a plot to Rambo. Delete your account, go back to bed, cry for a couple of days, and reflect on what you're actually going to do with your life.
Welcome everyone to the ADG podcast. We are back for episode 11 of season 3. I'm Darrin. He is Jacob.
And I'm Jake. Yeah, I'm here somewhere.
and he's still Jacob. Sorry, little cross communication there. But he's Jacob. I'm Darrin. Welcome to the ADG podcast. We have a great show for you today. Jake got a lot of good stuff, including Jacob has a brand new segment for us. So check that out. That's going to be out a little bit later on. But Jake, let's get into what we always get into first, is sports.
Yeah, I miss sports. Let's get into some sports.
I'm sick and tired of seeing marble races and
don't call NASCAR marble races.
I know. What are all our fellow Southern North Americans doing when they can't go to the races?
Drink in their backyard.
They have to drink in their backyard with their mullets and their Bud Lights.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's get into a sport that we hope and we pray will start on time and potentially have fans in the stands. Let's talk about the National Football League. And Jake, yes. the Detroit Lions announced, along with the NFL, announced their upcoming schedule for the 2020 NFL season. And first, I'll go through who the Lions are playing this year in the regular season, and then me and Jake will give you our unbiased, favoritism here. Exactly. Early season record predictions. So let's start with week 1. They're at home against the Chicago Bears. Yep. That's September 13th. From there they go play in Lambeau on September 20th.
Which is nice, playing at Lambeau early.
Against the Green Bay Packers. Nice Sunday afternoon game. It'll hopefully still be nice and warm over there, so we'll see what happens. Then from there, week 3, they stay on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. They play again in Arizona this year. Hopefully they don't come back with a tie, because that would suck. Then after 2 road games, they come home to take on the New Orleans Saints. That's October 4th. And then from there, they get back on the road to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then in week 7, they're still on the road against the Atlanta Falcons. And then week 8, they're home against the Indianapolis Colts. Week 9 against Minnesota Vikings. Week 10, Washington Redskins. Week 11, Carolina Panthers. Week 12, home against the Houston Texans. That will be your Thanksgiving Day game against the Houston Texans. And then week 13, they're back on the road against the Chicago Bears. Week 14, we usually see this team at the end of the season when nothing really matters. Is Green Bay Packers will be the home opponent for them. Week 15, Tennessee Titans on the road, and then week 16. The big game that everyone will be eager to see if we're allowed to go to the stadium is Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming to town. That is slated for December 26th or 27th. They haven't made up a date yet. And then they finish off the season, week 17, at home against the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm. Well, they haven't made up their minds on that game because if the Lions are any good, this will be a primetime game versus Tom Brady, especially if Tom Brady's doing really well there.
Yeah, if it's a meaningful game, I can see that being a primetime game.
Yep, exactly.
We'll see. So, Jake, early, just looking at the schedule, you don't even know what the team is looking like once they hopefully take to the field for training camp and play preseason games. So, looking at the schedule, I saw where it's ranked, and the Lions have the 7th toughest schedule in the entire league.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, so your thoughts on the schedule?
Oh, well, let's break it down game by game because I'm a geek for this. So let's do it game by game. Week 1, Chicago Bears win.
Okay.
Because Stafford will still be healthy.
We hope.
At the Green Bay, loss. Okay. At the Cardinals, loss. New Orleans, obviously, gonna get slaughtered, loss. So 1-3 to start. Okay. Jacksonville Jaguars, loss. Falcons win. Colts, loss. Vikings, loss. Redskins win. Panthers, probably win. Texas lost. Bears at Chicago, loss. Packers in Ford Field, loss. Titans are a good team, loss. Tampa, obviously, loss. Vikings at home, Ford Field, loss. So that's a 4-win team right there.
That's a 4-win. Positive as always, my friend.
Well, no, look at the strength of schedule. You have all these teams that are healthy, that are improved. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Redskins came back and they were actually a pretty damn good team, well, compared to the Lions. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough.
You know, and it's very easy for us to say that, it's, looking at the season right now, because we're still under the impression of last year's team. Yes. And obviously they added a lot more talent. I guess you could say that. Talent on the field and on the sidelines, different coaches, especially on the defensive side, but looking at it, I'm just looking at the defensive side. That secondary is going to have 3 brand new players in that secondary, including a first-year rookie. Yeah,
so much fun.
There's going to be growing pains, but just like it's the NFL, it's the toughest league to win, week in and week out. So you say 4 wins. I'm looking at this schedule. I can see 6 to 7 wins here. If everything goes well and if Stafford remains healthy the entire season, I can see them winning at least 6 or 7 games.
But they would have to pull some of these games, out of their assets.
Yeah.
Like the Vikings games, Titans games.
A couple teams, yeah.
Yeah.
They have to win a couple of these close games that they've been losing, especially last year.
Exactly.
So these lose by 7 points and under.
Well, Darrin, maybe if you throw in,
fall into our favor this year.
Yeah, Darrin, if you throw in the preseason games, I'll give you that. They might have some.
No.
Miami, Buffalo, Jets. Come on, New England.
No, New England. That's
this team's going to go undefeated in the preseason.
Well, who knows? They might have a shot against New England with no Tom Brady there. They might actually have a shot.
Oh yeah, preseason would be awesome.
Well, we can't wait for football season or any kind of professional sports league to start back up again, because I don't know about you, Jake. I know you're a soccer fan, but I'm getting kind of tired of watching Bundesliga soccer. Even though it's the only kind of professional soccer on right now, I get kind of
well, no, I haven't had actually time to watch anything sports related. Like, I caught a glimpse online of them streaming like simulated baseball games. I was like, okay.
Yes.
But that's as much as sports as I've been getting. So
I know.
It's if it was live actual sports, I would sit down and watch. I don't care what it is. Yeah, but soccer I haven't been able to get to. It's just been timing wise really bad.
Right. Yeah, and that's what everyone is all like waiting to see, like who's going to be the first professional sports league to really, resume play with everything that's going on. Obviously, there's going to be no fans. Let's face it. This year, don't bother showing up. or buying tickets because you got nowhere to go.
Well,
when it comes to this.
Darrin, you should definitely be happy because you're the hockey guy on this show, and
I
isn't
am
the
the hockey guy.
NHL coming out? Just came out with
Yes,
the strategy for the rest of the season.
The Gary Bettman, the beloved commissioner of the NHL, made an announcement yesterday that they're going to be holding a 24-team Stanley Cup playoff.
Right.
Does that sound fantastic or what? Right about now, it might even get Jake to watch some hockey.
Since it doesn't matter, since my team is in last place, regardless. No, I would not watch it. But
So,
if the NBA follows suit,
well,
Pistons are
we'll
in
see
the playoff.
what happens. So their plan is to have 2 hub sites, hub style arenas for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference to play their games. And it's going to be those 2 places where to play these games haven't been announced, but there are a bunch of teams in the running, including Toronto. So what's going to happen is that they took the 12 best teams record-wise, I should say point-wise, on each side, the East and West, and the top 4 teams from those conference are going to have a round-robin style of play to determine the seeding. So the top 4 teams are going to play each other once, and whoever has the best record out of those 4 games will be determined 1, 2, 3, and 4, respectively. And so once that's been established, the qualifying round for the playoff begins, and that is with teams. I believe it's teams 8 through 12. So let's start with the East. The East will have teams. So how the matchups will work will be like Columbus versus Toronto. And hold on, I think I got the wrong one pulled up. So just let me.
Well, when I saw it, I'm like, well, even if Toronto wins their round, they still get to play Boston in the second round.
Well, that's if Boston finished with the highest seed.
Right.
That's what will happen. So, hold on, let's see here. Yeah. So, actually, let's start in the West. So, in the West, they'll have Vancouver playing Nashville, and then Dallas taking on Chicago, and then Arizona versus. Hold on, I'm sorry. I think I have the wrong one pulled up here. Thanks a lot, Google Images, to make me look like an idiot. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, so sorry. Here we go.
So
in the Eastern Conference, it'll be number 5, the Pittsburgh Penguins will take on Montreal Canadiens. Number 6, the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the New York Rangers. And number 7, New York Islanders taking on the Florida Panthers. And number 8, the Toronto Maple Leafs will be taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets.
There you
go. So they got to be favored in a series like that. We'll see. And then in the Western Conference, you have the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. You'll have Nashville taking on Arizona. And you'll have Vancouver taking on Minnesota Wild. So from that first qualifying round, I'll be a best of 5 series. And then once everyone gets established and whoever moves on plays the top 4 team, we'll begin the actual quarterfinal round of the playoffs. Now, looking at this, if you're a hockey fan, you can look at it 2 ways. Like, number 1, but it's not really legitimate because they're not playing in their own arena or in the opponent's own arena. There's no, home ice advantage to disrupt their flow if they're ahead in the series, blah blah blah, or they didn't play a full seasons and they don't have to worry about the injury bug, But then you look at this, you have to win an extra round to be a Stanley Cup championship winning team. Plus, everyone's going to be healthy.
True. I was just gonna say everybody's gonna be healthy.
Yeah, they might be a little rusty because they haven't played in 2.5 months.
Yeah.
But that's why they're having the training camp before all this starts.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. You have to win an extra round going up against a healthy team, and they expanded the team rosters for the playoff. So I believe you could only have 24. They expanded that to 28 because players are going to get injured. And especially with the whole COVID concern, if a player does get sick, you're going to need some extra backup players, extra backup goalies, because we don't want to see a Zamboni driver come in and
only versus the Leafs.
Only versus the Leafs. That would happen to only us.
Well, no, it's interesting, Darren, because you're right. You're going to have healthy teams. You're going to put out your best team out there. Yeah, they're going to be rusty, but they're going to be all healthy. It's
Exactly.
Basically best squad versus best squad. This could go either way, right?
Exactly.
It's just somebody have a good series. You can knock anybody off.
Exactly, and especially in the first round, like a team that was way out of the playoff race, like Montreal, they have a world class all-star goaltender like Carey Price. He can steal you a quick best of 5 series, no problem.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So you never know. You never know. And they also announced for the teams that didn't make the 24 team playoff, they go right into the draft lottery. So those are your Red Wings and your Ottawa Senators, LA Kings.
I hate draft lotteries. But it's
so Detroit will have the best odds of landing the first overall pick. And those who are eliminated in the qualifying round of the 24 team playoff will go into the next will go into the next seeds, the next spots in the draft lottery. So let's say you get eliminated in the qualifying round of the playoffs, you still have a 3.5% chance of getting the top 3, the second overall, or even potentially the first overall pick in the upcoming NHL draft.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to look forward to. Plus, it's a blueprint for all the other leagues, right?
Yeah.
So.
And the NBA is looking at the idea of that too, is holding all their games at Walt Disney World location and having all the teams play there.
That'd be cool.
But like I hear rumors of like having a 16-team tournament, so and not splitting them up by Eastern and Western Conference, just the 16 best teams in the league right now, and go from there.
There were some rumors with the NBA they would do like a March Madness style tournament.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's two points you can look at it. You can hate it or you can like it. Personally, with the way things are going, with the amount of time you have left, I am all down with a new 1-game knockout rounds.
Yeah.
You go out and you play your game. And if you have that one game, you're shit. You're out. I like it. That's why the March Madness is so exciting. For the short time that you have, because your next season has to start in December, I'm down for it. I don't want to watch every game, even if I don't like the team. I want to watch. It's like the NCAA. I want to watch because it's one game in or out.
Mm-hmm.
Love
exactly. It. But like I don't see them going to a single game knockout.
No, they're not. But it would be exciting.
I can see them maybe doing best of 5. Like they used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
You know how many fans it would bring to the NBA if they did 1-game knockoff tournament? It would be crazy. And all the cities involved.
Yeah.
The fan base would go crazy. Pistons have the same chance as everybody else to get in. Oh my God. Come on, that'd be crazy.
But let's be honest. Do you really think teams like the Pistons will get up for playing? Like, yeah, if it's a 1-game knockout, then yeah, they might spark a little interest. But like, why waste their time when they're just going to get destroyed?
True. Again, it's one game.
Especially have teams that are just like, that they're rebuilding for the future. So just let them start their rebuilding process.
No, true. I think they were just outside of the playoff picture when this all happened, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because Jacob, we were talking about earlier how we were missing sports, and me, I was enthralled when I was watching the Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson take on Tom Brady and Peyton Manning golf for COVID relief. I thought it was hilarious. I thought I was very entertained when watching these guys who have earpieces and are talking to one another. Charles Barkley can't golf for shit. Is talking trash to Tom Brady, which he wasn't having a great round. He wasn't. But all that trash talking, motivated him. And I'm sure you've seen the highlight. Tom Brady sinking it from 150 yards out. Unbelievable. That was like, wow.
Yeah, it was.
He can do it all.
Oh yeah, no, it was fun to watch because it's athletes too. It's some sort of sport, so it was fun to watch the highlights. It was great. It was something to talk about and fun to see on TV.
Exactly. So like between that and I know like the UFC has been having events here and there. I believe I just saw an ad actually that there's another UFC event this weekend coming up. So that, and then you still have wrestling events that go on in Florida.
With starting to have audiences now too.
Yeah, slowly, but it's still like, you're not going to see like those big crowds like they used to have, right?
No.
Because that's just, and to be honest, I don't know when we're going to see crowds like that again. When do you think, are they going to build this up towards the Super Bowl? Because, Jake, to be honest, I don't see there's going to be no fans allowed in NFL stadiums this year.
I think around the Super Bowl time, so like next end of February.
Yeah.
I think that's when we'll be back to somewhat of a normal. But yeah, I think it should go back to normal eventually.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to.
Exactly. Well, and from our who would have thought files, I guess Mike Tyson has the itch to come back and box.
Right. See those videos?
Yes. Man. He looks dangerous.
At 50-something years old.
Yeah, he looks incredible at his age. Just absolutely. So there's rumors going around that Mike Tyson wants to get back in the ring, even if it's an exhibition fight against somebody. And there's a rumor going around that current heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, would love to join Mike in the ring for an exhibition fight. What would you think about that, Jay?
That would be great. I'm a fan of both fighters.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an age and size difference, obviously.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's huge. But yeah, again, Mike Tyson's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be in the ring with Mike Tyson, especially in the first 1 minute of a fight. When he's looking for a knockout, I do not want to be there. But I would do it for like $1 million. I'll jump in there.
I'm sure it's more than $1 million.
I'll do it for that. I'll do it for that. I'll throw some punches.
You would get in there with Mike Tyson, and if you would last one round.
No. I'll just do it. Just pay me, and I'll last how long as I last. I'll run around in the ring in circles, run away from that. He'll get tired. He's an old man.
I don't think so, there, Jake.
No, I know, but I do it. They pay me. I do it for sure.
So there you go. So there's still some positive vibes out there from the NHL, potential coming back. The NBA, same potential coming back. Baseball, there's a lot of rumors that they're going to get started in July for like the 4th of July weekend. So, and there's a lot of talks of them playing in their home empty stadiums. But then you got to consider the teams that are traveling, from one location to the other.
Exactly.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But like, kudos for the NHL for stepping up and actually putting a plan in place. They have a 4-part phase. Right now they're on part 1. So hopefully once they make a decision, once they've seen some progress on, where this virus is heading and how it's being contained. They can move on to phase 2. That's opening up training camps, and then get to phase 3 when they actually are resuming play.
So now that you mentioned baseball, Darrin, what do you think of the disagreement between the players and the owners? Which side are you on that one?
You know what? I think they're both greedy on both sides when it comes to, well, owners. You bought a baseball team to make money, right?
Right.
You know, let's face it. They're not really concerned about the health of their players. Their concern is getting people in the stadiums and making their money so they can pay these players to keep the cash flow coming in. I think it's just a constant slapping match between the owners and players the whole time. You know, and they really need to put their egos. They need to check their egos at the door and actually get something done.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I don't like when at this point when people are losing their jobs, millionaires are fighting with billionaires on how much money who should have, you know, to play a kid's game. So that makes baseball look bad. And if any other sports starts first, that's where the audience is going to go. So
exactly. Well, from sports to this day in sports history, we got some good ones here for you, Jake. Back in 1968, it was announced that baseball franchises had been awarded to Montreal and San Diego.
Nice.
And back in 1982, 3 New Jersey businessmen bought the NHL's Colorado Rockies. Then they got approval to move the team to New Jersey, and that became the New Jersey Devils.
Cool.
And back in 1987, Phil Niekro of the New York Yankees became the 3rd pitcher to make 700 starts in Major League Baseball. And finally, back in 2003, it was reported that Patrick Waugh of the Colorado Avalanche announced his retirement from the NHL, being at the time the best goalie to ever play the game, pretty much holding all the records until Martin Brodeur decided to hang him up and enter the Hall of Fame himself. So there you go. There's your on this day sports history, May 27th, 2020.
Very cool. Very cool. I like that. I remember Patrick Waugh with all those series versus Detroit.
Oh yeah.
And his time in Montreal, obviously.
Of course.
So I know hockey, Darrin.
I know. I never said you didn't. I'm just saying that you don't follow it as much as
hell no.
other sports, you know?
Hell no. But no, that's a cool stat. That's a cool stat. That's actually a long time ago if you really look at it.
Exactly.
Sweet. All right. So we have a movie trailer we want to go over today. Our trailer review that we have today for the movie Free Guy. Free Guy. It sounds weird, but it's actually a pretty cool movie with Ryan Reynolds. Basically based on him living in a video game and not knowing that he is a video game. So I saw it a while ago when it first came out. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this could be interesting. I rewatched the trailer today, and I'm like, well, the concept's cool. He doesn't know he's in a video game. Good cast. For those who play video games, will get most of the references to what's happening.
Yes.
Right. But it looks like a fun movie you'd want to watch on like a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of the trailer, Darrin?
I liked it. It's something different, you know, and obviously Ryan Reynolds is, you know, for that comedic value it's what he does best. And seeing that it has a pretty good cast, not like blow out of your mind like huge stars, but you know, a decent creative quality cast that will probably make this movie a middle of the road success. I like the special effects. I think I want to say it's a combination of Ready Player One and the Adam Sandler movie Pixel.
Pixel, yes, that was fun.
Yeah. It's I would say it's a combination of those two.
Mm-hmm. And Ready Player One, for those who don't know, was an awesome video game movie.
Yes.
You should check out. It's I actually really like that movie. Mm-hmm. And I really like the trailer. The trailer, I'd give it like a 4 out of 5. And when it comes out, I think it's June 2nd. On demand, hopefully.
Well, actually, I just see here that it is scheduled to be released on December 11th, 2020.
Oh, really? Okay. For some reason, I thought the trailer said June, but that could have been moved, obviously.
Yeah, well, when it first came out before COVID and everything. Actually, the original movie poster had July 3rd.
July 3rd? Okay.
Supposed to come out.
Sweet.
So, there you go. So, yeah, you give it a 4. I give it a solid... I'll give it a 3.8.
Oh, points. We're getting points.
Well, it's given a solid number as a score is kind of a rookie score. So
yeah,
I'll give it a 3.8.
3.8 for the dismount.
Yeah, 3.8 from Russian Judge. Yeah.
That's great. Now, the way to get a little bit of movies and TV. We finished watching, obviously, the Last Ride documentary.
The Last Dance.
The Last Dance, yeah. I'm thinking of the Undertaker documentary that I haven't started yet.
That is also very good.
I know. I have to start watching it.
I didn't see the last episode from this past Sunday. I didn't see that.
And I'm waiting till they all come out so I can binge watch it.
Just binge watch. Yeah, that's actually good. Mm-hmm. But the Last Dance, I thought
Last Dance is
really good.
Yeah.
I was kind of them going it. I was kind of hoping them go more into the off season of their final NBA championship, but I guess the whole idea was just about the season and them getting to the playoffs. But hearing from all the players that played with Jordan or against Jordan at the time, that was great insight on his mentality and just. He was kind of an asshole, but on the court, but he just wanted the best from his players, and
right.
And to me, whoever said that, LeBron and Jordan, who's better, LeBron or Jordan? After watching this documentary, there's no contest.
Right.
No contest.
You don't see LeBron yelling at his teammates to do their best. No, he goes pout on the bench.
Well, you see him like during the game, but is he yelling at them in practice like Jordan was?
Right, probably not.
Is he getting into fights with his teammates in practice like Jordan was?
Probably not.
So there's a lot of things to consider, But this documentary made Kobe Bryant look so good on his, and Jordan's respect for Kobe Bryant's work ethic and. How he was, when Kobe came in the league, he was just a high school kid going up against the world's greatest basketball player.
Exactly.
For him having the mentality to, learn from him and learn from other great players who were playing at the time. That just shows you how great he was. But yeah, The Last Dance. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. I'm sure it's on demand somewhere now. It's on Netflix, so you can watch the entire series on Netflix. If you have that.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I liked watching it. It's just one thing I would say to anybody thinking of making a documentary. It's hard to. I like the documentary, definitely. Big fan. I loved it, but don't have the guy who it's about control a big chunk of it, if not all of it.
Yeah, but then again, that's what people want to hear from,
Yeah,
and,
I know. But giving him creative control on what they can keep and take out, kind of defeats the purpose.
Well, in the end, it was his footage. He gave the okay, and he was the only one that had access to that footage.
Yeah, but he for the interviews he gave permissions what to use, what to not use. I don't like that, but I like seeing the footage that from way back when.
Yeah, no, it was good, fun. And just to see how everything all came together, that was pretty great. So yeah.
That was good. All right. So, top 5.
Yes. It's
Let's
top
do
5
a top
time.
5.
Top 5 time. And Jake, since it is the Americans are Americans neighbors to the south, I guess, or north.
It depends on
where
you are.
Where you are, I guess.
Where we are, both.
Yes, North and South.
Yeah.
Just celebrated Memorial Day over there,
Yes.
officially kicking off the summer season. And we just had our May 2-4 weekend a couple weeks ago. We decided, since it is officially summer, we decide. I should say I decided for my choice for doing the top 5 this week is the top 5 summer smells.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yes. So
this is gonna get intense.
These are my top 5 summer smells. And if let's see how many of these Jake agrees with.
Okay.
So coming at number 5 is a fire pit.
Oh yes, for sure, 100%.
Number 4, if you're a Seinfeld fan, you know this one, the beach.
The beach.
That smell of the beach and the sand and the water of the beach just has that very significant type of smell that you can only get there. Number 3, fresh flowers that you plant.
Flowers, okay.
Yeah. And number 2, I know this is Jake's favorite, the barbecue grill. The smell of grilling. You know, your sausages, your hamburgers, your hot dogs, your steaks. That smell that it gives off, intoxicating.
Yep.
And number 1, and I'm sure Jake probably did this recently this week, fresh cut grass.
Yes, I was just going to say, if you didn't have that on the list.
Yeah,
fresh
no, that's
cut
good.
grass.
Good. Yeah, no, I would only probably add chlorine pool smell and the watermelon to that one.
The watermelon, that's a good one. Some honorable mention, suntan lotion.
Oh yes. Enticing.
Yes, and gasoline if you're a boater. You know,
yes, 100%.
Fuel up the boat. You know that gasoline smell. Is a good one. So there are your top 5 summertime smells.
Nice. Now let's piggyback on that really quick. You said suntan lotion.
Yes.
You know, the new lotions and sunblocks don't smell as cool when we were kids. Remember, because you slattered whatever you slattered away.
Because they probably took all the garbage that were in those.
But it smelled so good. It smelled like you were just covering yourself up with a coconut.
Yeah.
Like that was the beach smell. It was like really intense, sweet coconut oil. Way back when we went to the beach, and now it's just like spray it. You don't even see it. It's there.
But like now, it's all in like an aerosol can, and it's like a mist. You know?
Exactly.
We're like, I went golfing for the first time this year, and I put some on. It was one of those really hot days this week, and you weren't covered until you see that your skin is like a pasty white because of all as much of suntan lotion, sunblock you put on there.
Right. Exactly. So that's fun times right there.
Yeah. So Jake, I hear you have a brand new segment for us.
Brand new segment, yes. Brand new segment, and we're going to get a lot of people hating me as per usual, but that's okay. That's okay, because music is coming up to make you feel better. But let's get into unpopular opinion. An unpopular opinion is just me giving you an idea of something opposite of what majority of people think, okay? And I'll explain why. And for example, there are some things out there that majority of people agree upon. Certain things. Could be little, could be huge. And in this week's case, I see a lot of advertisements, especially recently, for Girl Guide cookies. Everybody's selling Girl Guide cookies. And all you need to do is scroll through the comments on how many people love Girl Guide cookies. And then you'll see 1 or 2 gems of my thought in some of those comments. My unpopular opinion is Girl Guide cookies suck. They are gross.
Just all Girl Guide cookies?
Yes, all Girl Guide cookies are terrible.
Okay. All right.
Here's my reasons why. 1, they don't taste good. They don't. They taste like stale paper with flavoring. 2, and this is a big one right here. 2, big box, not enough cookies. Okay? 3, overpriced by at least 50%. You're telling me I'm going to go pay $5 a box for 12 to 15 cookies in a box and they're shit? Yeah, they're going to a great cost. Congratulations. Find something better. But I am not going to buy $5 a box of cookies or cookies that I'm not going to like eating. And if I did like eating them, there wouldn't be enough. So, yeah, people like to support causes. Great, people buy 10 boxes at a time. Congratulations. Find other ways to donate. For me personally, Girl Guide cookies are a terrible ripoff. I would rather give the Girl Guides money if they came up to my door and be like, hey, would you like to donate to the Girl Guides? Sure. Here's $10. Don't give me your shitty cookies. Mm-hmm. That is gross. Yeah, that's why it's an unpopular opinion, because a lot of people like them. I think it's a waste of time, money, and you know what? Who knows who made those cookies and why they're so gross. Yeah. But there you go. That's my unpopular opinion.
There you go. Well done. So then, I don't know, Jake. It sounds like your unpopular opinion segment and your garbage person of the week segment. They have a lot of similarities.
We'll get to that. Oh no, the garbage person of the week is just a trash fire today. Let me tell you. Wow. We'll get to that. Okay, but to break this nonsense up a little bit,
yes,
we have music today, and music today is going to be special because today's music that we're going to play is from a Canadian rock icon. Yes, we're taking a step back on today's episode from playing independent artists that are amazing, you never heard of, but they're going to be homegrown names, to a Canadian rock icon. Yes, we can play Canadian rock icon on the ADG podcast because today our music is provided by, as you saw in the promo, Bif Naked. Bif Naked has come out with new music this year, and her first single off her brand new album that's coming out is called Gym. So it's one of those the storytelling songs, the tracks you have to listen to. It's her first single release from her new album called The Champion. It has a music video out that everybody needs to see. It's got an amazing story in the song. It's a song about loss. It's a song about disillusionment and what everybody feels when someone turns into an imposter. It's a quintessential story of discovering betrayal. And that Jim, the title of the song, is that villain. So it's a song about pain and facing it head on. So that's what we have right now on the ADG podcast. Here it is for your listening pleasure, Bif Naked and Jim.
Time jump from the bridge, but you'd be standing at the bottom, right where you belong, right where you belong. So stay there, drown in your sea. Fill me with rage, fill my head with your lies. You never loved me, Jim. You made a fool of me again and again. You never told the truth when I believed in you again and again. You never loved me, Jim. You made a fool of me again and again. You never told the truth. You knew that I needed you again and again. You never loved me, Jim. You made a fool of me again and again. You never told the truth. You knew that I needed you again and again. You never loved me, Jim.
So there you go. That was Bif Naked with the song Jim. Hope you guys like that track. Darrin, that's a cool video, and that's a pretty good song right there.
You know what? You're right on both accounts. Bif Naked, obviously one of those Canadian iconic bands that we've all grew up listening to. It's great to see that they're still, rocking away in 2020, and hopefully, if they do, once they resume having concerts and stuff like that again, I'd love to see them in concert for sure.
Mm-hmm. There you go. See, we're back after taking a quick vacation here on the AEG podcast with some heat music.
That's right.
We're bringing it to you guys. So there you go. That was Bif Naked again. Check that out. We'll set that up for everybody, and let's get into some random stories.
So
yeah, go.
Random stories. Well, it's not so much a story, more observation. The whole wearing masks in public in Canada, in our area. I know Michigan and across the river, it's mandatory. Yeah. Well, most places are mandatory.
My work's mandatory.
Yeah, but I'm talking about going to the grocery store, liquor store, beer store, that kind of stuff.
Your own car.
Yeah, that's another thing. I see people driving around wearing their masks. I'm like,
you're protecting yourself from yourself.
Why? You're inside a car. Is that do you wear a condom when you take a shower?
Hey, maybe they do.
Wow, that's something. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna use the liquor store for example.
As you frequent that often, yes. From experience.
Them, spacing out all the way to pretty much the road, But obviously, those businesses are doing well, and Canadians, comply pretty much with everything.
Yes.
When it comes to that, because they need their fix, they need their booze, they need their beer. Especially now that the warmer weather is here, a lot of people want to spend time outside. So if you're drinking on your backyard patio, but there's just some people. This story didn't happen to me, but a friend of mine. This was the early stages of COVID. He was at LCBO. I won't say which one. He was.
Who cares? Doesn't matter. Say it.
No. To be honest, I don't remember which one he said. So he would go in, and then he was with his wife, and they're filling up their cart with different beers and coolers and stuff like that. And there was a worker that was restocking the shelves about 2 or 3 feet away from him, and he reached in by her to grab something, and she looked back at him, gave him this very dirty look, and says like, "Don't you know it's 6 feet?" And him not knowing, it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then the lady who works there is like, "Yeah, well, sorry's not going to help when I'm dead." She said that to him. I'm like,
Overreaction
"What?"
City.
And he's like, "Oh."
City.
I was like, "Oh." So he didn't know what to say. So safe to say he hasn't been back to that particular LCBO anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
No.
like obviously everyone is on edge, but like going there, I know when I go in line and they ask, "Have I been out of the country in the last 14 days?" Like, no, because the borders are closed.
In my mind, sir, I was.
Yeah. Yeah, if I come into any contact with anyone that has the symptoms, it's like, I don't know.
I don't
maybe.
know. I don't
know?
check everybody's temperature walking by me.
Exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and I love how they have everything like, arrows. You have to go down the aisles in a certain direction or you'll get yelled at. So you kind of have to like, well, what about if you forgot something? And he just passes. Like, let me just take 2 steps back and grab it,
Right. I don't hate that concept. I really don't.
No,
because it makes my shopping faster.
Sure. Yeah.
But I was at Walmart the other day, and for some apparent reason, I was at Walmart. And then
How long did you wait outside for?
I didn't. I don't wait for in lines. Sorry.
Oh, good.
And then
Jake pulls up. Do you know who I am?
No, I step over the barrier like I'm Kane.
Puts his hands up. Fire comes out.
Fire everywhere. Right. But no, it was funny because I went with the wife to Walmart, and then she was in an aisle that had the arrows the opposite way. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll be smarter than that. So I walked backwards into that aisle.
You didn't say that we couldn't walk backwards.
That's right. While chuckling the entire time. Yes, I'm facing the way the arrows are, but my ass is walking backwards like I forgot something. I don't need your nonsense.
Exactly. The big thing that happened today locally here, the Winners, Marshalls, and
yes,
I forget what the third one was. Are reopened. And
that's right.
I heard from other people that there was a lineup. There's a Winners, but on Walker Road here that went all the way down to where the old IKEA pickup used to be.
Nice. You know what happened though, right?
Unbelievable.
You know what happened? All those millennials got off their TikTok and actually decided to go outside to the store to get more outfits for their OnlyFans accounts. Exactly. I'm just saying.
Their OnlyFans account. Yes. And for those of you who knows what OnlyFans is, you're welcome.
Enjoy that inside joke right there.
You're welcome. And if you're listening to this and you don't know what OnlyFans
Google.
are, don't worry about it.
There you go. But Darrin, adding to that, because it's a really good good point with the whole mask thing.
Yeah.
You know what I saw at the store? I saw it today when I had to jump in to get something at the grocery store super fast. Is the marking up the price gouging of hand sanitizer?
Yes.
It's insane. Like a little bottle that I used to buy because I use it because I have to work near people, unfortunately. Right. So hand sanitizer I used to buy for $2. Nice big bottle. Now it was $7.
Yeah.
$7 for a $2 bottle of hand sanitizer. Fuck that. That's price gouging, and people buy it because people are sheep. I don't know why. Like you don't see it's a $7 price tag on a little bottle of hand sanitizer, and then at Shoppers Drug Mart a couple weeks ago, the little couple ounce bottle of hand sanitizer, they were selling it. Oh, it was Home Hardware. They were trying to push on people a little tiny bottle, pocket bottle for $4. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? It's so fucking stupid. It's price gouging. It's not fair. Yeah, I understand it's business, but people should be smarter. Don't buy it. Make them discount this shit.
There, and there's talk, especially in the States. The States are more adamant in getting their country reopened and everything. But I heard a story. I think it was out of Atlanta, somewhere or in Georgia, where Great Clips hair cutting chain reopened, and someone who had the COVID virus didn't know, end up infecting like over 140 people. You know, it's some of these things that will, it's like one step forward, two steps back.
Exactly.
When it comes to, like, you know, yes, we want to, you know, go back to things how things used to be, but we can't. And if we rush, it could cause more harm than good with all these people.
It's
you
true.
know,
it's true.
Obviously testing is going to be critical until there is a proven vaccine that comes out. And I know that they're making great strides in it. And I know in Windsor there is more volunteer testing available for those who want the test.
Yeah.
But I think once they reopen like clinics and doctor's office where your doctor's office can give you the test, I think that's where you'll see more people taking the test.
It's true.
Than standing in a line for 2 hours to get swabbed.
Exactly. No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Did you see any of the Vistaprint new ads online?
No, I haven't.
No, they're selling face masks now.
Okay.
So printing companies selling face masks and price gouging people for $25 a fucking custom face mask. So that's cool. Yeah, you know, I know business is business, but really? Okay, no, stick to printing nice little business cards and everything else. Leave the face mask business to people.
That's,
you know.
You know what?
And
there's a lot of people. I know that summertime is usually the kickoff to wedding season, and there's a lot of people that were supposed to get married this year
that's right.
Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Like I see other like churches are offering, churches and like banquet halls or you know, places where you can get married, but like there's only like you only allow like 20 people in to be in the room with you. Which if you don't come from a big Italian family like me and Jake do,
right,
or married into a big Italian
right,
family like Jake, that just won't fly.
No.
So a lot of people are postponing their weddings that they had this year until like next year, and there's some people are actually going the next step and already sending out their invitations for their next year, for their 2021 wedding already in 2020. I'm like, well, A, I don't really know you that well, or B, I don't really like you that well, and
there you go.
I'm not going to plan to go to your wedding a year from now.
That's true. That's true.
You know, it's just, I understand they want to be proactive and keep things moving. Always have a backup plan.
Yes.
Something, but like some things are just ridiculous.
Well, Darrin, it could be even better. It could be actually a relationship thing if they plan it for 2 years from now.
Yeah.
See if it lasts that long in 2022. They planned their wedding for that. So if they can last that long, shit, yeah, go for it. Then I'll be there. Why not?
Sure, why not?
Exactly. You guys figure it out. But no, that's funny. Now, okay, what do you think about this one? Now, someone came up with, hopefully Canada instills a 4-day work week. Now, I know that doesn't really apply to you because you do so much other stuff that doesn't regular work week. But,
yeah.
Or like, for me, it half applies. Now, this 4-day work week idea, again, to us, depends, because what they don't tell you is, do you still get the same pay? Because yeah, I can go to work 4 days a week, but it doesn't increase my pay. Like I'll lose money. Yeah, it's nice to stay home, but I like money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the concept's interesting, yes, I would love to work only 4 days a week. I'd love to work 3 days a week. But the whole concept of earning things to have things goes against that. So I don't know. What do you think about a 4-day work week?
I could see it, like, especially if both parents are working. You know, if they decide to do 4-day work week, that'd probably be good with couples that have kids. But yeah, I don't see it happening because I think, especially if you're in a business that is very much needed, you need that extra day of production to get things done. You know, and I just don't see people just like shutting off like a full day during the week, you know, just to save some money. Or companies. No, I don't see companies going for that.
No, I don't see it either. It's just production-wise, you have to go into a different type of system where you'd have to have people work like the continental shifts, and then so production doesn't stop, but so people would have weird, like they'd have to work through weekends basically to keep up, and no one's gonna do that. I've done it before. It is not fun whatsoever. So
exactly, you know, and it would just throw everything out of whack with your rhythm and your routine. It would just it would not work.
That's what I'm saying.
But to tell you a side note, I guess today was the official launch of a new streaming platform for those who are fans of TV shows and movies. HBO Max started streaming. Launched their streaming service today, but the bad news that if you live in Canada, you don't get it because HBO has made a deal with Crave TV. Crave is like a version of the movie network, and basically it's like Crave is like HBO Canada, what HBO Canada used to be. Another streaming service has entered the arena, and don't forget about NBC. They're making their own streaming service, Peacock, I believe it's called. I think that comes out in July. So Jake, all these streaming services available, like, is it even worth it to have cable anymore? Do you even need cable anymore?
I don't think so, because over the air it gets you the basic channels that you need to find quickly. Like I have like 30, and then you're streaming. Well, everything's like, especially that unlimited or high speed internet is pretty cheap. You can watch all the episodes at your convenience at any time. So I do not see a problem at all with any stream. The more the better. Now, once you add up the costs for all those streaming services, then it kind of adds up. But until then, why not? Let's do it. I'm down.
They said, and like I saw something online that if you had like $35 a month, bucks to spend on these services, you can get like 3 pretty good streaming services. You can get this, like the HBO Max, your Netflix, and I don't know, Disney Plus, and that's all you would really need.
Yes,
if you wanted to. But that's the other thing. The thing with HBO Max, it's like $15 a month. It's not
it's not bad.
It's not cheap.
That's not cheap, but it's Netflix. That's a Netflix.
Yeah, like Netflix is a little cheaper.
Yeah.
They got $13 a month.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, then you look at all what you're getting for about $30 a month, right?
Exactly, right? You know, obviously they always update their content every month and everything. And I know if you are a big Friends fan, fan of the show Friends, they moved their complete series over to HBO Max.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it's no longer on Netflix anymore. So if you want your Friends fix, you have to sign up with HBO Max.
So then you also, if you think about a Disney Plus, that's how much is Disney Plus right now?
$7.
Yeah, okay. Let's round everything up. So you're looking at $40 plus whatever taxes for your. That's way cheaper than cable, and you have entertainment for everybody.
Exactly.
That's not bad. But once they start coming out with like, all the other ones, that's gonna be real competition for your money.
If you want Hulu or Prime,
right,
all that.
Exactly.
So that's gonna be interesting to see where the streaming wars go, because if you're a betting man, do not count Disney out, because they will just keep on buying and buying and buying more companies until they're number one.
Oh, for sure, and they have the resources. They have lots of things to utilize.
We'll just think they own Fox now, so
that's true.
Pretty soon you're gonna see like Family Guy on Disney Plus.
Exactly right. So it'll be interesting, but it's good for us. There's good if there's competition, and somebody's have to pick what to watch. All right, I'm good for stories. How about you?
I'm good. Yeah, I think that was an excellent job.
Awesome.
Doing stories.
You just covered a whole bunch of shit.
Yes, I believe it's time for your garbage person of the week.
Oh boy, garbage person of the week. Garbage person of the week. I think we visited this person before, but we're going to do it. Going to do it again because this used to be one of my favorite actresses when I was younger. But since she's a crazy nut job, she belongs in the garbage person of the week category.
Okay.
Because a few days ago, she posted a photo on her Twitter, and we're talking about Alyssa Milano. That showed her in an automobile with her family, and everybody was wearing masks except this moron had a mask on that was that if you look at it, it looked like it was crocheted.
Okay. Oh, I've seen that photo. Yeah.
Right. So the holes in it are ginormous. So, what exactly are you trying to hide here from? The virus that gets through most basic masks anyway, or are you just letting it in and you're looking like you're actually doing something? So one makes you look like a moron because you weaved your own damn mask and it doesn't protect anything. Two, her explanation was she had filters in it.
Oh, is that what they were?
That's okay. So really? Filters? If anybody's seen a mask filter, how big it is, it's only about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And you have to use one on each side. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. What about the area around it?
It kind of reminds me of, like, I would see it like every morning. Radio station here would always post like their coronavirus photo of the day, and it's someone with a garbage bag around their head at the
water bottle cut out for their head.
Exactly.
Oh
at the local grocery store. Mm-hmm. It's quite funny how things are people like are so into vanity that they want to make their mask look fantastic, very eye appealing. And I know that there's companies that sell custom masks, where you can put a fancy logo or your favorite team's logo on it.
Oh yeah.
So is it gonna happen? Like to me, I think where most people should be doing it is having the mask that look like the bottom half of your face that's covered up.
For sure, like those chips bags.
Exactly, like the Lay's potato chip bags.
Right. Now, don't post it on social media and get pissed off when people criticize you. Okay. One, you're a moron times two for doing all of that. You can't defend that. Delete it. Let it go. Let it blow over because you're stupid. No, don't try to defend your stupidity because it makes you look even worse. So, yes, congratulations. You're wearing a mask in a car with your own family. You're a moron once. Two, you posted on the internet. And three, it's not even protecting you. So, you're just a moron. And that's my garbage person of the week. Alyssa Milano, congratulations.
There you go.
There we go.
Let's face it, she hasn't done anything relevant since Who's the Boss?
Who's the boss? No, there was some softcore porn movies she did, but nobody watched that, so that's cool.
Oh, okay. Of course,
Yeah,
Jake.
no,
Of course, Jake would point that out.
that was like in the mid to 90s, so I didn't even watch that shit.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So was that on the City TV Baby Blue movies?
I don't know, I guess, but it always comes up in her comments when she gets blasted for some dumb shit she does.
People don't forget.
No, you do not forget.
Especially
they will remind you if you do.
That's it.
But yeah, there you go. ADG podcast here for you. We're back. We're doing some stuff. Find us everywhere. ADG podcast on all your social media and streaming platforms all over the interweb. Email us adgpodcast@gmail.com if you have any questions, issues, or if you want to just send us some music that you want us to play locally. Let's do that. But yeah, we're everywhere. Check out that Twitter, Facebook, and you never know, we might just show up live somewhere. So keep an eye out for that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's music. Bif Naked is back. Check her out. And hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just pretty good. Well,
good show. Yeah.
We're back. We're doing stuff. Back. We have a few more episodes for the season 3. This was episode 11. So a few more in the season before we take our summer sabbatical. Mm-hmm. And then come back roaring with the football season. So you know how we do. That's how we do it.
This is how we do it.
That's right. So for the ADG podcast, I am Jakub.
And I'm Darrin.
There you go. And we are ADG.